Order.
Yeah, boy.
What's happening?
Hello, this is Ali Major. Welcome to the Gag Order, a show about the pitfalls people in society face on a daily basis. This show is dedicated to inspire change and encourage growth through conversation. Knowledge is king. Here on the Gag Order, we believe the only way for us as a nation to unite is to talk about these issues affecting and plaguing us all. And through conversation, we as a people can come to an understanding and prevent these issues from keeping us down. Aha.
What
Yeah,
up?
this show is sponsored by Seven Sun Entertainment. Find them for your next big project. That's right. All right, hello.
Hello, world.
What's going on, everybody?
Who
Welcome
I have
to the
here is
Gag Order.
Jinx,
What's up, what's up?
Tapman T, and Tony. Jinx,
Yes, sir.
can you give me your credentials? Give me how to find you.
Oh, I'm really not on social media that much, but if you're looking for me, like Instagram, Mama Bear Don't Care.
That's right.
That's mainly it. I got my
Lead up with the
own
raps,
personal, but I
Mama
ain't
Bear
trying
don't
to
care,
put all that
you
out there right now.
Y'all know how
Hey,
she get down.
Tapman T, give me your credentials, bro.
Yo, man, this is what y'all heard, what y'all see, man. It's at Tapman T on everything. IG, Facebook, Xbox, TikTok. You name it, I'm there. You ain't never there. You know what it is. What's up, man? Welcome to the Gag Order.
Gag Order, that's what it is. All right,
So,
so
you-
I don't know what's going on with Tony's equipment, but his equipment is messed up right now. He's going to be on in a second. But this is how I'm going to start the show. We're going to keep going with change, right? And we're going to start digging into this topic of change. So what I want to do first is I want to bring something into the show and let you guys watch a piece and see what you guys have to say about this piece right here that I want to that I want to bring forth.
all
All
right.
right.
All right.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going
You
to
can't hear it?
fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, you'll never finish. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams.
If I told you that there was a tried and true method that would help you land a TEDx talk,
Oh, me
in the next
guys,
30
YouTube,
days,
man.
would you do it? Would you
Gotta
put
love
yourself
commercials,
out
baby.
there, feel
I
the
know,
Pay them
right?
bills.
Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed.
Jinx,
And I
refresh
prayed.
the screen again.
But I continued to fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed at first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying.
Right.
To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? I just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people, because remember this. You got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors. Some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money. Some of you have patience. Some of you have kindness. Some of you have love. Some of you have the gift of long suffering, whatever it is, whatever your gift is. What are you going to do with what you have? All right, now here's my last point about failure. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going.
And again, I mean, who's going to pay for it?
Your life will never be a straight path. I began at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I took a course called Cardiac morphogenesis. I couldn't read it, I couldn't say it, I sure couldn't pass it. So then I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. I was a 1.8 GPA, and the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old, I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally.
I chose St. George's University School of Medicine because at the time that I wanted to go into...
But I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked at the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and said something I'll never forget. She said, "Young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy." She said, "You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." And in the years that followed, just as that woman prophesied, I have traveled the world and I have spoken to millions of people through my movies. Millions who up till this day couldn't see me, who up till this day I couldn't see while I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me, they could only see the movie. They couldn't see the real me. But I see you today, and I'm encouraged by what I see. And I'm strengthened by what I see. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, remember this: fall forward.
Get back up.
But as far as I know, none of her kids got an inheritance. George didn't get one.
That was deep.
I didn't get one.
I watched that a couple times myself.
So you're doing the
It's
next
dope.
8 already there.
Absolutely. I posted that as one of my posts online. It was just a hold up. What's going on here? All right.
What's wrong?
Anyways, nothing. I had a technical difficulty over here. I don't know if you heard it, but yet still, I posted that online, and I posted that online for a reason. It was only a snippet of that. I really loved the part that he was talking about the ghost of your potential. You know, that right there was a powerful statement for me because I used to do sports a lot when I was younger, and I never, I got into the streets. I got into the streets, and I never pursued any of that. But every time I look at it, I know that I possibly could have. I could have did good. You know what I mean? And I know you guys have had the same type of things in your lives. So I just spoke about mine and told y'all that I was very athletic when I was younger. What is yours? Hey, Jink, do me one more favor. I don't mean to cut you off. Please do me one more favor. I got this thing up here telling me that you need to refresh your browser. That's all right. That's all right. Do it one more time for me. And remember what you're about to say, because I'm going to get to you when I get back. T, let me get what you got.
So for me, yo, I don't know if y'all ever heard the saying, oh man, I can't even think of how I go right now, but it's about having many different talents, but not ever perfecting one. You know what I'm saying? I was in sports. I did the sports thing. I could have really did that. I've been selling things since I was legit, yo. Like everything, like candy to like I sell insurance right now to this day. So I've been selling stuff my whole entire life, and a lot of going back to that video, what he was saying, it's a lot like what we saying sales. You know, every no brings you closer to a yes. So when he talks about falling forward and not giving up and not quitting, you know, that's kind of synonymous to what I've had going on in my personal life with all my experiences. Um, but as far as failing and doing things and the ghost of your potential, like I did the music thing, I did like it's a lot of different potentials out there. Like they know me. Like I've done a lot of different things. So and this it's none of them like that's why I said last week and when like last week or the week before I was talking about I don't want to start something just to start something new. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about being lazy and my business could be further on and things of that nature. So yeah, like it's I've got a plethora, a list of things that my potential goals probably gonna be looking at me crazy at the gravesite, like, yo, nigga, you tripped, you slept, we could have did a lot. So rather than dwell on those things, I still feel like I had time. Jesus didn't start getting that prophecy till he was what 33. You know what I'm saying? Um, the Colonel didn't get Kentucky Fried Chicken till he was like in his 60s or some shit like that. If I remember, I'm paraphrasing, but it's something like that. He was really up there in age, so it's never too late. I believe in that. I believe that wholeheartedly. So that's my piece, Mr. Tonio.
That's right. Hey, Tony, let me get yours.
Well, you know what I'm saying? When I was coming up as a child, nigga, don't laugh at me, nigga.
Ain't
Talking
nobody
about break.
laughing. It's a serious topic. This is
I'm
a
talking
serious
about it
topic.
seriously, seriously. When niggas see me and like the image they put of me from
Ain't
the
nobody
view
worried
of
about
me,
that, man.
you
Forget
feel
them
me,
people.
nigga? Then nigga,
Forget them people, dog.
I used to want to be Michael Jackson impersonation. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay,
nigga,
that's what's up.
I was
Yo, people make
I,
money off of that.
I was a
Elvis
little dance,
impersonators, they make big money
nigga.
off of that.
I was a little dancing motherfucker. You hear me? Like nigga,
That's what's
for
up.
real. You know what I'm
I never
saying?
Hey,
thought that.
Tony. Hey,
I never
Tony.
I
thought
Don't
know,
that.
even
right?
trip.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Tony.
Like
Don't even
nigga,
trip. Cause listen, when I was about 5, nigga, that's the last time I remember getting paid to do the Michael Jackson. Cause that was one of my favorite. Still to
nigga,
this
that was
day,
my
I'm a
shit,
Michael
bro.
Jackson dude, and I
What? Who is
moonwalk, nigga.
telling me?
I can do the
Nigga,
stiff down, nigga.
what?
I'm leaning.
Nigga, I stand
I'm
up on
Billie
my
Jeaning.
toes, nigga. You know what
Like
I'm saying? Like I do
my
the
people
spin
to
and get up
tell
on my
you,
toes,
boy.
nigga. You know what I'm talking
Like
about?
a
Yeah, nigga.
ballerina, boy,
Like
on
a
the tippy toes,
ballerina,
nigga, like a
nigga.
ballerina
Yeah,
around
nigga.
here, boy.
Nigga
Like
toes
straight up.
fucked up right now from that shit. But
Hey,
hey, I
nigga,
did it. You
people
feel me?
never would have believed the guess that
But
your
you know what
boy
I'm
was out
saying?
here on that like on that type of time. You feel me?
What you telling,
I
nigga?
got you. I got you. I got you. I
Also,
got you.
other than that, though, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was good on football. I didn't like basketball. That wasn't no supposed to be no contact sport, and my attitude was too high for that. So you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Especially
Mm-hmm.
that hacking and nigga fuck around and slap the shit out you.
I
Nah,
got you.
nigga.
I get that.
You know
I
what I'm
get that. So
saying?
yours is sports. So yours is sports, and not only sports. You have
I
you
was like a dancer, I could
Yeah,
sing.
yeah, yeah.
I took
Well, I mean, yeah,
pride.
you could have.
You
You
know what
could
I'm
listen.
saying?
People, Tupac came from dancing. You mean
Nigga, I was in the
Yes,
Tupac
he
choir,
started with
did.
nigga.
Digital Underground dancing? So
I took
Another one of
chorus,
my
nigga.
faves. Y'all just hit my
You
top two right
know, I took chorus,
there.
nigga. You feel me?
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get
So,
it.
you know, like my mom and them, they tried
Is
to.
Jinx back? Is Jinx back? No, I
I don't
still
see
don't
her
got it. I
yet.
don't got no picture from her or nothing. See this right here. This right here. Sometimes it be acting up,
Hey
y'all.
man,
So
you know, we roll with the punches, man. We
yeah,
flowing.
I
It's the
know. I know
gag
that.
order.
So let me ask you guys a question. What is one thing in your life other than financially or educationally that you guys can do to better your standpoint in life for the future?
I
Well, me
mean,
personally,
go
go
ahead,
ahead, T.
Tony.
No, matter of fact, let me get Tony first on this one. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The main thing I would want to do, like, is, you know, just reach out, go out and do more things with the kids in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? The less fortunate kids.
Okay.
And, like, you know what I'm saying? And some of the teenagers, too, you know, just hang
And how
out
is
with them.
that going to better you as a person? Let me know. I'm just going to ask a blind, dumb
How's that
question.
going to
How is
better
that
me
going to
as a
better
person?
you?
Because
Yeah.
I can
How is
reach
that
out
going to
to
better
the
you?
youth. That's me reaching out to the youth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even if you get 10 people, right, and you
Yeah.
talking to 10 people, out of them
Yeah.
10, long as one listen, nigga, you did something.
That's true. That's true. But what does it do
That's
for
real.
you in your life? How does it better you in your life? That's what I'm
It,
asking. It
it
betters their
lifts my
life.
it lifts my spirit too. You know what I'm saying? So knowing that I touched a young one, you know what I'm saying?
So
Not
use an
only
individual. So use an individual that gets good feelings and feels
like
better
a
about
message, you know
yourself
what I'm
by
saying?
helping other people.
I don't want to just. It ain't just about being selfish, you know. We all in this world together. You feel me? So
Okay.
I would want somebody to do that for mine. I would want somebody to do that for me. So why they say treat others how you want to be treated, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I
And
want to be
that
enlightened,
is.
if I want to be enlightened, why can't I enlighten somebody else? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Right,
All
I
right.
don't know everything. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm
That's
still
true.
learning too.
That's true.
You
That's true.
feel me?
That's true. Now, T, what do you
Yo,
say to that?
so I actually wholeheartedly agree with Tony on that. That goes back to what I said from our very first show. You know, each one teach one, and I understand what he means when he says that can better himself because when you're doing something positive, no
You
matter what
guiding
it is
somebody away
or
from
how
the negative.
small it is, right? No matter how small it is or how it looks to other people,
Are we back?
if it's
Back?
benefiting you emotionally or spiritually, that's bettering yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Okay.
gonna better yourself. Now, as for myself, I kind of spoke
Jinx,
on
I
this.
can't hear you. Hold on, hold on. I don't mean
You
to cut
still
you
can't
off. I
hear
don't
me?
mean to cut you off, T.
You
She's
good? You
trying to
good?
chime in, and her
You break.
system ain't working. Jinx, well,
Oh,
I can
he
see
got a
your
sound
picture. I
problem?
got you. I
I can
got
hear
you,
you.
and I hear you. You're
We
on.
see you and hear
T,
you now, Jinx.
can I finish that? T, can I get that finished?
So,
I'm sorry for parting you.
nah, you good? You good?
Right.
So as far as me, like I said, I spoke on this a little bit. In the past weeks, I talked about how I could stop being lazy and procrastinating, and that's my biggest thing. But um, something that'll better myself, is self care. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of us struggle with self care, especially us
Right.
people of color, um, for many different reasons. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta go through the list, but self care is one of those things. So getting up in the morning, looking at yourself in the mirror, telling yourself you got this and you can do this, and you know what I'm saying? Not really giving in to the naysayers and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So sorry about that, y'all. Getting my exercise on and stuff. But
That's fine. I hear
self
you
care,
clearly, and you're definitely making a point.
self care. I believe self care is another big one for myself. And like I said, I truly believe that's the
Benefit.
cornerstone for a lot of people out here. You know what I'm saying? That not financially or not. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, not something that's not financially that you can do to better yourself that don't cost nothing. Self care. Start with yourself. Count your blessings from the smallest ones to the biggest ones. You know what I'm saying? I often tell my kids when I tell them to count their blessings, I give them an example like this. If you wake up tomorrow
You
and you
blessed.
can't feel pain, you'll go crazy because people don't realize it's a blessing just to feel pain. A person that's paralyzed that can't walk, can't feel their legs no more, and they know what that's like to feel their legs, they envy you.
Blessed.
So when I say count your blessings from the smallest ones to the largest ones, start there. Start with your five senses, because each one of them is a blessing. Self care, yo.
Absolutely. 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 I'm gonna say before I come back to Jinx,
Yeah.
I got two questions for you, Jinx. I'm gonna say that for real, people really need to embrace discomfort. People really need to embrace discomfort and set smart goals for yourself. And that smart goal is realization of what you want, your goals for the future. And you can break down the word smart and they actually have a pretense for it. Um, I want to relay that mental health and self care is what he said is one of the most important things a person can do for themselves, and that is the start of change by itself. And he named that altogether. Now, if I must ask, I'm asking Jinx, what ghost do you have that? What ghost do you have of potential that you had that you did not go hard on? What ghost will you have? Mm, you wouldn't have been. Yup. get it. I get it. I definitely get it.
My mom
That's a
made good
regret.
money after that.
That's a regret right there. I get it. I get it. I definitely feel that. Now, my next question to them, my next question was, what is one thing that you can do that's not financial or educational to better your life and your standpoint for the future? Ooh. Ooh.
That's gonna be hard.
Don't worry about it. I'm gummy
Hey,
worms.
Jinx,
I got
don't
gummy. I
feel
got a
bad,
gummy
yo.
worm. Yeah.
Listen, hey, listen, Jinx. I just ate 2 boxes of Little Debbie cakes by myself in a 24-hour period, man. I ain't proud of it, but listen.
They
I
got
need.
cookies from the Wawa
Want
on
you
the money.
guys. I want you guys to. I want you guys to think. I want you guys to.
Yeah, dog.
Okay.
I
All right.
feel that.
Well,
I feel that.
I want you guys to really I want you guys to really think to yourselves, right? And I want you guys to try and identify something that's holding you back. Identify one thing in your life that is holding you back from trying to do what you want to do.
Ooh, I go first. I go first.
So the T, go ahead.
All right, so listen. One thing holding me back from my potential on a lot of on a lot of sugar honey iced tea. I say that because my mama be listening. But myself. Like it's a saying in the insurance world, you got to get out your own way. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out your own way because I know personally because I'm an artist, like Tatman T, obviously, right? Because I'm an artist and I've been that way since I was like in 3rd grade, right? I am my own worst critic. People will see
Mm-hmm.
something that I'm doodling, sketching, playing around with, and be like, "Yo, that's dope. That's fire. That's yo." And I be like, "Nigga, that shit's whack. Like, I can do way better than that." You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact my
Oh
own
God.
worst critic, yo. Yes,
Absolutely.
perfectionist.
Tony, let me get yours. Tony, let me get yours.
I mean, I think it's just, stop blaming myself for my past, stop blaming myself for things that happen, you know what I'm saying?
That you
And
had no
just,
control over.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just let shit go, you feel me?
Got
That's
you.
a
Letting
boy.
go is
Listen,
very
nigga, I feel
important.
you on that
Letting
one.
go, holding on to things can really mess your life up. That
Right?
can really
Bro,
mess up every aspect of your life is by not letting go.
It's like
yeah.
an
Sometimes us as
anchor,
people
nigga. Like,
have
whew.
to let go.
Just like a hunting, you know what I'm saying? It
Yes.
hunts you, you feel
No
me?
matter what the issue is, no matter how deep it was, we have to be grown people and we have to
So let
find
it
a
go.
way to let it go. We
And
have
It's
to. If we
hard.
unlearn
don't let
shit
it
that
go,
you learned already that was fucked up in the teaching. So that's a whole nother story right there, boy. Because we was
that's
taught
right.
a lot of bullshit growing up that in real life don't even apply. Like nigga, you gotta unlearn that shit and relearn the way the world works.
That's right.
But
Now I have another question, and I'm going to start with Jinx. What in life can you control in your life? What in your life do you have full control over? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Tony, let me get you.
I mean, you said we have full control over
Yeah, that you have full control over.
my decisions, you know what I'm saying? My movement, my way of living, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. What do you mean by
oh,
that? Hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there and ask you what do you mean by that right there?
you
Your
know what
way
I'm
of living.
saying? Because even when society chooses to force me to be who I used to be, I choose to get up and go to work every morning.
Okay.
So,
I get that. I get
you
that. I get that. I get that. I get
know
that.
what
I
I'm
get that. I
saying?
get that. All right, T, let me
Yeah.
get yours.
So one thing I have control over. I really
Okay.
agree with Jinx on like most of what she said, but instead of saying my actions, I often find myself in positions to where I can control how I react to someone else's, you know, for lack of better words, bullshit. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
people like to say, and I actually went through therapy for this one, like, but people like to say that such and such made me do this, or they made me do that, or the devil made me do this. A whole bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because my therapist, my social worker, whoever the fuck you want to call her at the time, you know what I'm saying? She said repeatedly until it was drilled into my fucking cranium that anger comes from within. Nobody can make you angry but you. You have to allow anger to come out as the emotion, as a reaction to what somebody else did. Because such and such is doing this, I don't give a fuck if it's your love of your life. If she's sucking somebody else, never mind, I don't want to get too explicit.
Nah, keep it going.
But
Don't cut
if
off.
it's the love of your life, right? And she out here, you walk in on her, and she slipped trail and landed on his dick. You know what I mean? How you respond to that is on you. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard pill to swallow, and most men, for real, like, I'm a man, I know for a fact how much I can take and can't take. Most people can't handle that shit, especially men. Women, I applaud y'all because y'all niggas can put up with some shit, but
Crazy,
us,
nigga. Them motherfuckers snap.
yeah, they do
They
snap.
gag
But
that
listen,
nigga then. Gag him if he's saying something.
but
Let's
hold
go.
on, no, wait, don't gag me yet. Don't gag me yet. Let me finish. Reason why I say that is because I've seen women put up with shit from men in a way that a man can't respond the same. Shit, Jay-Z even said it in the song.
Gag,
You don't
nigga,
get a man back
gag,
like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't.
gag,
We can't fight each other the same way.
bro.
Go
Come
ahead
on,
Gag,
Tony.
and
Let
make
me
your
get
point,
that,
Tony.
Tony.
Gag
Let me
me
get
then.
that,
Gag me
Tony. Hold
then.
up, T. See, hold up. You spoke yours. Let me get that, Tony.
Yeah, cause nigga, women, nigga, like men that see or hear some shit, be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really that shit. But a woman, nigga, you done broke nails, you done stepped on toes, nigga, you done pulled the hair, nigga, you done killed the baby, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
Them punted
It's
the
just
baby, nigga.
what, nigga, I'm talking about. Alley hoop this ass, you feel me?
Hey,
All right.
that's
What I'm gonna
facts.
say is this. And I'm gonna throw something out here. I wish Jinx was in here because I don't want to miss her. I don't want to miss her opinion on this. But yet and still, I think that society kind of dictates people's actions.
Come on with it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Come
I
on
think
with
I
it.
think I don't care if y'all gag this, y'all gag this.
Nah,
I
I ain't
really don't
gagging
care.
so far.
But
You
No.
yet and
good.
still, I think society has a
Hold
part
up,
to play.
run that
All
back.
right.
Yeah, there she go. There she go.
Well, after you guys said what you guys said, I'm gonna disagree with you guys, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that society kind of drives people in their actions in certain ways. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of people go off of what they see, and people get angry. Yes, they do, but yet and still, from the '70s till now, how many more shootings are there? In the
But this has
'70s,
Quadruple.
been
they
going
used
on
to they used to
since
tie each other's
medieval
hands up and
times.
play
Like,
knives and cut each other up. Yo, times have changed due to society. Yeah, but times have changed due to society since medieval times. So attitude, aggression, how people act, their characters, how they carry themselves is all based on how society likes it. And unless you go with how society likes it or what turns society on, people disregard you. So therefore, what I mean is,
yeah,
if a guy don't
yeah.
come up and these guys over here, they're joking, they're making all kinds of stuff. If he don't show that aggressive on spot, then it's just gonna keep coming. Or
I mean, to an extent.
if this woman doesn't put her foot down and this guy's beating her ass and he beating her ass and she throw a hot pot of grits on him, like seriously, yeah, he may have deserved it, but guess what? He brought that out of her. You see what I'm saying? So I think society kind of pushes people in a way so that we are like cows and we have to go towards a certain direction or we're going to be against the grain. Yeah, you do.
Facts.
I'm not. But my question was full control over. And for real, sometimes in society, you don't have full control over what you can control. You understand?
I mean,
You have to act certain ways.
I see your
I mean,
point.
if I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm wrong,
Nah,
let
nah,
me
nah,
know.
nah.
Please, somebody let me
It's
know.
a lot of
Nah.
it's a
A
lot
lot
of
of
truth.
it's like
That's
oh,
a big problem with the world. That's a big problem with the world. That's a
Right?
big problem. We got 20 girls in
Tony,
this club, and there's 3 guys. It's this other guy looking at. Yeah,
but
I don't
see,
get that.
listen, Tony
uh,
spoke on that already in one of the shows before
Yeah, I
about
get
how
it. I get
people,
it. But now we speaking
but
relative. We gonna get
right,
deeper and deeper
right,
with
right,
this.
right, right. I'm fucking with it. So listen, I agree with what you're saying to an extent. Yes. In a certain situation, like in your example with the hot pot of grits, I'm from the South. That's just that's damn near a commonality around here. Like growing up in the '80s in the South, like if I could tell you a number of how many niggas that got them grits thrown on them, boy, like listen, that's a commonality in the South. But
yeah,
I still feel like, we not in the times in medieval times to where like that woman can't leave that man. You know what I'm saying? We in a time where that woman can leave that man if she chooses to.
You're
You know what
forgetting.
I'm
You're forgetting
saying?
something. You're forgetting something. You're
Hold
forgetting
on,
one
but
big
I ain't
clause with
forget,
women.
huh?
You're forgetting one big clause with women when you made that statement. I'm trying not to catch yourself out there because I will gag your ass.
Gag me all you want,
You're forgetting. You're
but this is
forgetting one
listen.
crucial
I
part
don't give a
about
fuck
women.
about being gagged.
A
And
woman
listen,
will stay with a dude that's beating her ass because she love him. Her
yes,
emotions
yes,
allow
because
her to
and
love
that's
that
what I would
much.
see. You ain't let me drive long enough, nigga. You got in the steering wheel too quick. I was driving to that point.
Were
Men,
you?
yeah, I was. Men
Okay.
are logical creatures. Women are more emotional creatures, and I have a balance for this emotions logic shit. And I stand on this shit wholeheartedly. I tell everybody this: when emotions go up, logics go down. And you have to have a healthy balance of the two. Because if you're too emotional, you have no logics. You out here doing the most. When you have too much logics, you look heartless. You don't have any emotions. People think you don't give a fuck. So you have to have a healthy balance
logic.
of the two. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was driving to that point. And like I said, I agree with you to a certain extent. But, how much has
But
things really changed from medieval times till now? A lot of this shit still going on the
on
same fucking way.
but on that
Mm-hmm.
same note though, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I agree with him because you look at it in the '70s, niggas were rocking bell bottoms and fucking afros and shit. You know what I'm saying? Roll around roller skating. You know what
Right?
I'm saying? And you fuck around and see New Jack City. Now niggas want to walk around with sneakers and baggy jeans on and big gold
Yeah, they're
chains.
not doing that no more. They wearing the bell bottoms,
They
but
went,
tight. They tight, but with no
but
bell
I'm saying,
bottoms.
but I'm saying,
Right.
you get my point though. It's like
They
they
booty
still
huggers.
following.
They crotch huggers with no bell bottoms.
They
Yeah,
call
nigga,
them
but they
skinny
still
jeans.
follow
Yeah,
it. You know what
whatever,
I'm saying?
whatever.
Like
I don't do those. I don't
man,
never do those.
they wearing the
Nut
LeBron
huggers.
James, the
I ain't never did.
what's Dwayne Wade. They wearing the Dwayne Wades. You know what I'm saying? The men
Yeah.
capris. You know what I'm
The
saying with the
man the
heels
man
and shit.
prees.
They see what's going like he's saying. They see what's going on the internet, on social media, on
Yeah,
live, on TV,
society is now
and
the internet.
they want to be them niggas. You know what I'm saying? They want to be like Mike, like I said before in another show.
Yep,
Everybody want to
society
be
is
like somebody else instead of just being themselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. It's a followers game, man. We all crabs in a
Yeah,
bucket, and they expect everybody to be a crab in the fucking bucket just to pull the next one down.
I don't see
nah.
That's
nothing
not how it
wrong.
should be.
I don't see
Yes, it
nothing
is something
wrong.
wrong, boy. They want you to
Oh no
praise
no
an
no no no
idol.
no
It is
no no
something
wait I'm not saying that. I said I don't see nothing wrong being a follower to a certain extent because if you following the right person,
Mm-mm,
then
mm-mm,
you
wrong.
go or the right
mm-mm.
thing, then you're gonna
You
get to where
got
you
your
need
Okay,
to
own
be.
style.
Because
but that's
nobody,
following the right thing,
if
not
you
the right
following,
person. The
well,
right
yeah,
thing.
that's why I corrected that. Not necessarily the right person
Okay,
because the
all
right
right.
person could be the wrong person at any given time. Like we
Right
said, we
person
gave
for
an
you.
example.
Yeah.
We gave an example yesterday. We was talking personally, you know what I'm saying, of something that you was watching and you found out later that even though said person was poetic and
Well,
sounded
I'll
real
put him out
good.
there, brother polite.
Yeah,
I'll put him out there, brother
yeah.
polite. He's
So
a pedophile. I'll
boom.
never have him on my page.
So boom, you find out that his closet is dark and deep and full of, like, you know what I'm saying, bullshit. So not following the right person, but following the right thing, the right idea, the right agenda. Get with like-minded people, you know what I'm saying, and y'all all moving towards the same goal. Because shit, me, you, Tony, and Jinx, I could be following y'all. We all following each other, but we all going in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? But we following the same agenda. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to be a follower, but just know what the fuck you following. Don't be out here living blind and falling for anything. Stand for something. You know what I'm saying? Stand for something.
I'm a
Know yourself.
I'm gonna gag you on that, because if you're gonna stand for yourself, how can you follow anything but God's light? You know what I'm talking about?
I was about
You
to
still
gag him
following
Gotta
too.
walk.
something.
Y'all
You
are on this
still
No,
show
following
not as
something.
followers. Y'all
you
are on
gotta
this
walk.
show not as followers, but as leaders because
Yeah,
y'all
man,
ain't
you
doing
walking your
nothing that's
own path.
on the goddamn internet. It's not because y'all following the guy on the show. Nah,
I don't.
y'all standing up as
Yeah.
leaders your damn self.
I don't wear skinny jeans
I
and tight clothes and worship a model of fucking man that's made of gold. I don't
Yeah,
worship
yeah.
all that, bro.
I ain't
You
know
know what I
none of
mean?
that
That's
shit
not
either.
me.
And I think y'all keep taking my words out of context, but we gonna get it all
No,
together.
no,
Nah,
no. We're
nah, I'm
taking what
not.
you're
I'm
saying.
not.
I'm
I'm
listening to what
taking
you're
what you're
saying.
saying and I'm bigging you up because you deserve better.
Okay, maybe that's the better word.
There you go.
Inspired.
There you go. Get
Inspired, maybe
inspired.
There you
that's a
Yeah.
go.
better word. Right. Facts.
That
Right.
Now
part.
that I
That
can
part right there.
wholeheartedly go with right there. Wrong word.
That
I should have said
that gets the fire.
inspired, not follow, because negative connotation go with follow. So
Never,
Okay.
never be a
So,
follower.
so my next question.
Nah,
that's
you're
some
right.
crazy shit, right? Like
Like,
like that's
damn,
a
I'm gonna
great
be
thing.
like you.
Niggas got followers and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's yep.
Got you.
The
I'm
motherfucking
gonna
Got
internet,
you.
nigga. The internet.
people studying your lifestyle, want to be like you, man. Yeah, man.
I know
Nah, nah,
I
nah.
listen,
If
I
I
know in
had a
these streets
twin,
I don't like being
if
followed, nigga.
if
I
I
don't
was
like
made to
being
have a
followed.
twin, my mama would have had two of us when she had me, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? It's just one
Got
of.
you. Got
It's
you.
just one of
Okay.
me. That's it.
So what do you guys feel? Because this is what I'm bad with. I'm bad with time management. My time management is kind of bad. I get
But
my work done. I get everything done. But by then it's way early in the morning and I ain't get no
My
sleep.
time
So
management could be
how is your
better
time
too.
management?
my time management sucks. I'm still on dope boy mentality. I have to get up and go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, nigga,
I get
I
it.
I be
think we
up
I
all
get
on
it.
all
that. At
night. You
least
know
Yeah,
me.
what
I'm still hugging the corners late night too.
I'm saying? Like, what?
See, I knew Jinx.
Okay.
See, I knew you
I'm
wasn't.
supposed to leave
You
at
was on some
6.
Yeah.
other shit, Jinx. I
Well,
knew it.
well,
I'm supposed to leave at
she's the
6.
woman of the group. So I believe that her time management is probably the best
It
I
has
because
would
not
have to
only
agree with that. Like, cause I know,
yeah,
like Tony
yeah,
said, nigga, I've been on dope boy time for years, nigga,
yeah. Women,
yeah.
decades.
women, women do something way better than men do, and that's one thing that they got in the bag. You understand? Is knowing how to operate that time and getting things done.
It's damn near innate
Oh
when
yeah,
when a
for sure.
woman is born. Like, I don't know how, but
Men
it's
is in
like
a
they just
jumble.
fall
Like I'll
into it.
get my work done, but everything is cluttered. Got you. I get
Yeah,
it.
they
The
say
earth
that
is
shit,
yours. I
and
get it. The
I
earth
have
is
to believe
yours.
it
I get it.
because
I
I've
get it.
seen it too
Mother
many
Earth,
times play
get
out.
Mother Earth
Like shit,
womb.
like
I get
I
it.
don't
I
even
get
know
it. I
how,
get I,
because
I
I
get
could
it.
be up for
I get it.
days. You know what I'm saying? I still, like you said, I get my shit done, but my sleep is
Oh
lack.
nigga, I'm
And then
fat.
that goes back to what I said about more self care. If you ain't getting enough sleep, how can you say you care for self?
Nah,
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
nah.
saying?
How do you guys feel y'all treat others?
Oh,
T, let me get you first.
man, listen, y'all know me. I give people the shirt off my back, whether I know you or not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I treat others great until they cross me or my people. And
Okay.
then that, like I said that in the other show. I don't like that side of me. I really don't. I work hard to be the smiling face, the happy-go-lucky, dark-skinned, handsome young fella that I am. But nah, man. I treat people too well for people to shit on me. Is what I think I like saying, because I get shit
Okay.
on a lot because people take kindness for weakness, and I'm anything but
Mm.
weak. My mom ain't raised no bitch. I ain't never been one of those, and I'll show you better than I can tell you. Don't back me into a corner, please don't.
That's right. That's right. And man, Jinx, let me get that. Let me get that. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
It's real though.
It's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're all guilty for
I'm
that. For
definitely
knowing
guilty of
some
that,
some
Jinx.
people,
No
some people
bullshit.
that don't deserve that time, but we give them that time, and then they mess it up, and then
And
we
then
got
they
to deal with
mess it
the
up
aftermath.
over and over and over the fuck again. Like,
That's true.
bitch, if
That's
I'd
true.
have
That's
killed
true.
you a
That's
long
true.
time ago, we wouldn't be going through this. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Um, mhm, got you. Got you. Now, me
She
on
said,
the other
hey,
matter
that
of fact, let
cutoff
me go
game
to Tony
strong,
first. Let me go to Tony
nigga.
first because I believe I'm the one that got the problem here. So
Yeah, I know
Tony,
you are, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna say you for last over there.
You
You
got him.
stay the fuck over there with your yeah.
You
how do you
got him,
how do
bro.
you think you treat
Well,
others,
you know what I'm
Tony?
saying. I mean,
Honestly, Tony.
I, I try to treat others equally. You know what I'm saying? Like I treat you with
Yeah,
respect. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Until you
yeah, some
disrespect.
stuff, my brother.
You know what I'm saying? Like I try to be humble. I try to give everybody a reasonable doubt. You know what
A
I'm saying?
lie,
I'm a
bro.
Libra, so we always trying to no. It's something going. It's just something else wrong. They're okay. It's not them. You know what I'm
Find the
saying? I'm
positive
always
in
trying to
any
find the
negative
good in you
situation type
instead
shit.
of finding
Yeah, you feel me?
full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah. That's the real
Um
shit. You feel me?
Right.
Shut up, nigga. You
me
know me,
me
bro.
on
You
the
know.
other hand, I
Tell the truth,
struggle
shame the devil,
I
Ali
am
Major.
telling the truth.
Crazy.
I struggle with trusting people. So I have a once I trust you though, once I'm your friend, I'll do anything, man. And people who
Yeah,
know me know I got no
yeah,
problem with it. The kids, whoever it is. But
yeah.
if I don't know you, I'm
Woo,
kind of got
Lord.
the mentality. I kind of got the mentality is of I don't owe you anything, you know.
Strangers.
So why am I wasting my time when you're not going to give me the time of day? Because I'm so used to people using me for certain situations, or I'm so used to people categorizing me and not giving me that due diligence and that chance, you know. So since
Yeah.
I'm so used to that, I got a hard time giving others that chance because nobody gave it to me. You understand? So that's what that's what kills me about life is asking me to bow down for other people and reach out and help. But when it comes to them helping me, I get to fuck you. And that right
So
there is
listen.
what, yeah.
But
So not to cut you off, because I love you to
Go
death.
ahead.
You my nigga for real.
Ask me. Go
I ain't
ahead.
asking
Gag,
you
whatever you
shit.
gotta
I
do.
ain't gagging you. Ain't doing none of that shit. I'm actually co-signing this shit because y'all hear how he is, right? And this is real. Like that's the God honest truth from this man. Now, you hear how I am. That's polar opposite, right? It's like I trust everybody till I don't trust them at all, till I can't, right? I give everybody that benefit of the doubt.
yeah,
So him being brothers with me, woo, that shit was a struggle because I bring people around all the time because I feel they vibe, but this nigga here, boy, I remember when people were terrified of this nigga, boy. I'm talking about,
Ain't
I
nobody really
mean,
want to deal
I'll
with me
be on
like
the
that. Ain't nobody
same,
want to deal with me.
but really,
facts.
that's my
Same thing
brother. You
when I
know
went
what
to
I'm saying?
prison.
So
Like they
see,
called me cocky.
when
They
he
called me all this other
when
shit.
he went to prison, they were like,
Yes,
"How's
Yeah,
it
it's
sir.
going?"
just
You
what
know
it
what
is.
I'm saying?
Yep.
I got a
I was a G-Lo
personality.
on
I
the
got a
block. You
personality that's
feel me?
bold,
I
man.
was
I got
gonna
a
say,
personality that's
Tony's the
bold.
same
I got
goddamn
a
way.
personality that's real. It's real direct, and
Yeah,
people just don't know how to handle that these days. They expect me to beat around
super
the
cocky.
bush and act simple around them, but I'm not gonna act other than myself. I'm just gonna be me. And if
Nah,
they can't handle the raw fact, then guess what? They just don't like me.
I
It
mean,
just
that's
is
one
what it
thing I
is.
believe that all of us on
it
this
is what it
panel
is.
have in common. I mean, Jinx, I don't know you well, but I know you well enough to know from the times that we done conversed and talked that you don't take no bullshit either. Like, we ain't no ass kissing group of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either take it or leave it. You feel me? Like, you see what you get what you get. And and and, and if you don't like what the fuck you get, then get the fuck
Yeah,
from around me. because I'm not changing who I am. You know what I'm saying? I might bend a little bit, but change? Nah. My mama ain't raised no bitch, and I'm standing strong on that.
That's right.
Always and
I
forever.
got one more question, and this is how we gonna end the show with these questions. Hey, yo, I want to know what matters the most to you in life.
Kids.
Our next
I gotta say
generation,
my
man.
children, bro, my kids and other
Life
people's
after
kids.
life.
Cause my kids, Tony's
You know what I'm
kids,
saying?
hell, Jink's kids, nigga, listen, if you in my circle, you got kids, them kids, my kids, whether they my nieces and nephews, whether they mine personally. My kids
Yeah.
bring kids around all the time, and kids ain't never asked to be here. My mother taught me that one too. Kids don't ask to be here, so they shouldn't be involved in the adult bullshit that we got going on. We done
So
made
you
shit
all
fucked
are in
up.
agreement? You all are in agreement with that one? You're all in agreement with that one statement?
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? Without the next generation, dog, there would
Nah.
never be no
Well,
us no
well,
more.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
explain something to you guys.
Like if
I'm
they
gonna explain something to you guys, and this is real because I watch a lot of news and I watch a lot of everything, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on. If you don't know, and you feel that way, then now is the time to step up for your kids because they're not gonna have a chance if we leave the problem till them. If we leave the problem till them, they're
oh
not going
bro,
to
I
have a
already said
chance. The time is now. Denzel said it the best, and that's why I put that video on. The
Right.
time is now. It's not 20 years from
man,
now when your kids is able to do what we can do
Right.
now. This world has been fucked up for quite some time. I know y'all
bro.
can agree with this. And now is the
Hell
time. It's
yeah, man.
not later
Bro, I
that
was
we have
watching
to
a movie.
change it, or it's not going to be here, or really fucked up for your kids.
Like check this out. Check this out. Let me cut you off, but I just watched the movie they put out. And over there in Honduras or Egypt, one of them, you know what I'm saying? But either way it go, the man was like telling the dude, he was like, hey, either we're gonna step up now for our kids, or we're gonna sit back and
Yo,
watch
for
our
real,
kids
this is
And
become
that's
this
real
is a
slaves.
shit.
real thing. This is a real thing,
That's
That's
and
real
and
real.
spill
and
right
and
there.
this is to my co-hosts, and this is to everybody listening. Listen, we have to stand up now and fight for it now. And I'm willing to fight. I ain't got the kids y'all know me. I ain't got no kids. Well,
But that's the
no
thing. You
no
got the
personal kid.
kids.
I don't have no
Like,
biological kids come from
like
my blood veins. But yet and still, in order for us, y'all
you
Right.
feed
kids
and
is my
take care
kids.
of, bro.
I'm willing
That's
to
what I'm
stand up and
saying.
sacrifice for y'all kids.
Right.
So it don't even matter. I'm still in the
Right.
fight with y'all. That don't
Right.
matter. But what I'm saying is, in order for this to change, and I'm starting with y'all three sitting right here in front of me, we have to change.
Michael
Understand?
Jackson said it best, baby. Man in the mirror.
Fact.
Gonna make
Exactly.
a change for
Right.
once in my life.
But you know what I'm saying? I also want to ask the world, you know what I'm
Another
saying?
Michael
Black,
Jackson
white,
song, Black
mixed,
or White.
Mexican, brown, it
Hold on.
don't
Let
matter.
me get
You know
that
what
Tony.
I'm saying? Like on a real note, you know what I'm saying? What would y'all do if y'all wake up one day and all your colored friends and your little mixed kids is being
Hmm.
drug off to slavery?
I don't know because I'm gonna die before that happens. I'm gonna be one of the ones that
I'm
step up,
What
and
definitely
I'm gonna die
dying
before
before
that
that
happens.
happens. Like I'm on the front
like
lines like
that's
that.
like do y'all know what's like let's talk about like we need to talk about
It
what's
just
really
is what
going
it is.
on in the world. You
I
feel
don't
me?
think we got enough
Like
time
people
left
need
for
to be
that topic.
enlightened.
Nah. We'll
Like
save that for later. We'll save that for later. I want to thank
Cause
y'all. I want
boy,
to thank y'all for coming to the show.
but
I thank y'all for showing up. My co-host, I love y'all. We gonna keep doing this. We
boom,
gonna keep
boom,
pumping this
boom.
truth out, and everybody stick with us, man. We got this.
Each
We the
one
gag order. You know what I'm saying?
teach one. Gag order. We out, man. Love
Let's get
y'all.
it.
Thank y'all
Let's
for
get it.
attending.
Let's get it.
Gag order, baby. Woohoo!
Hey, yo, Jinx, let me get that. Let me get that. What we came
yeah.
for. That's right. We out of here.
Gag order.
Gag, man.